for themselves.
The commitment is phenomenal.
But it's not the best price alone that makes us who we are and what we are. It's the way we take care of the customer.
It just doesn't get any better.
Number One Cochran, celebrating 25 years of automotive market leadership.
Because the real estate market is in such a slump right now, a lot of people are building additions on their homes rather than buying bigger, newer ones. So here to show us some of the ways you can add new living space to your home is the editor of this magazine right here, Home Mechanics magazine. Please welcome Michael Morris. Hello, Michael. How are you?
Hello, Steve. Very well, thanks.
Good, thanks. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
So is that the main motivation that people are thinking about room additions, is because the market is kind of bad and they don't want to move?
Yes, building is slow right now, and real estate loans are slow. The economy is a little slow. People will stay in the houses they live in now and spend less money, but create more house.
You know, it used to be that if you wanted to get more living space, you just finish your basement. But these days, it seems like more people are adding additions.
Basements have fallen off in terms of expansion space. A lot of parts in the country, there are no basements in houses as well. And the idea of a great room or a family room that expands the living space is what has caught on in recent years.
You know, they always say that if you build a swimming pool at your house or something like that, you're not going to get back 100% of your money when it's time to sell your house. How about a room addition? Is that a pretty good return on your dollar?
Room additions pay off pretty well when you go to resell your house. Realtors say that they earn back between 40 and 80% of the cost of putting them in. And then if you consider inflation on top of that, the rising value of your home, if you sell the house in a few years, you may get back every nickel you put into it.
Excellent. All right. Now, you brought with you a few examples, some slides of some room additions. Let's take a look here and give us a little play-by-play action.
This is a very nice kit that comes from Lindall Homes on the West Coast. It's made of entirely of red cedar, solid red cedar. They send the whole kit out, the glass, the weatherproofing. All you have to do is prepare the foundation, the footing for it, and build a floor into the interior.
What kind of floor do you normally put? Just a concrete floor or build it on stilts?
Now, people put wood floors, tile. They extend whatever floor is on the inside of the house.
All right. And this is what it looks like from the outside, or this is
a different kit. This is a kit from Solar Additions in Greenwich, Connecticut, and this is the interior view. That post to the right on the screen was the original corner of the house, and these people pushed back the walls with this kit and created extra space in the house.
Very nice.
This is a typical two-story colonial house, and the addition on the back that we see here yes, it is. This is obviously an architect-designed and builder-constructed project. It's not the type of thing that most do-it-yourselfers could tackle. This is the interior view, and this is a very nice project. It would cost, let's say, in excess of $100 per square foot of additional space. This is a very big project. It was a home that overlooked a river in Virginia and didn't have a great view, didn't have a great porch on the back. It had an old two-story porch. They added a two-story addition in place of the porch to use some of the porch parts, ended up with a spa downstairs and a seating and dining area upstairs. As you can see, this is a very lavish and, again, architect-inspired project.
Now, how expensive are those things? For instance, that kit in the beginning with all the glass on the back of the house, how much would something like that run? You
might be able to put in a kit like that for as little as $1,000. It depends on how much involvement the owner takes on. The kits range in price from, say, $40 to $60 a square foot. And the owner has to either do it themselves or find someone to put in the footings, even put the kit up. If you're handy with tools, if you know something about building, you can do it yourself.
Now here we're going to look at some decks that people can add on for kind of outdoor room additions. Describe this for us.
This deck is a redwood deck that was originally designed to reach up to a second-story attic. This is a different deck. This deck has an above-ground 4-foot deep swimming pool in the center. This is a deck we built for home mechanics in California and is on the June issue cover. This deck is completely separate from the house. It's built in the corner of a yard that has a steep drop-off, so the people who lived here built the deck over the drop-off, giving themselves lots of extra space and a very nice seating area under the trees.
Excellent. Now, at our house, in our neighborhood, a lot of people have decks. In fact, everybody's got a deck, come to think of it. And a lot of them did it themselves. At what point should you say to yourself, you know, I can do it myself, or I should call in a professional to contract it?
What you should do is come up with a plan first and then look at it carefully and decide just how much of this work you want to do. A deck is a very easy project because there's no plumbing involved, there's no wiring involved. In many cases, there are no footings required in many parts of the country. So you have to determine for yourself if you can handle the lumber and if you want to do that much work. But they're very simple to put together. You
mentioned first you have to come up with the plan. Should you have an architect design it, or can you just buy one of those how-to books or pick up an idea in a magazine like yours?
Well, we show our readers how to build everything that we have in the magazine. So an active homeowner, someone who wants to take on a project, would have no trouble following our steps in building a deck. If it looks like a big project, or if it's something very involved, or if you're not architecturally inclined, you can certainly hire the services of an architect or an engineer by the hour and spend very little money to come up with a good plan.
Do you have a deck on your house?
I don't.
Why not?
I have everything else in my house. I've done a lot of building, but never out off the back of the house.
Well, if you ever need any help, just let us know. You guys would come over to his place and help him, wouldn't you? Yeah. Have the neighbors help.
Thank you.
All right. Michael, thank you very much for stopping by talking about room additions.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Steve.
And we'll be right back with more House Party in a minute.
How to take the misery out of summer allergies, next.
Turtle Beach is totally enlarged. Yeah. Totally intensified. Totally amplified. Just ask Butch High Time.
Whoa! Turtle Beach is like radically expanded, dude.
Fantastic space.
Double gnarly for sure. Whoa!
At Geauga Lake, dude.
When Katy, country's most prestigious golf tournament, tees off, join Bob Pompiani and me for coverage every step of the way. On Sunday night at 11:30, we'll preview the 1990 Invitational. And then on Monday night at 11:30, we'll have first-round highlights. And then on Tuesday night, the home team recaps this exciting tournament with a prime-time hour special beginning at 8.
Coverage of the Westinghouse Family House Invitational is sponsored in part by Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, Coors, and KDKA TV2.
On the outside, it's the United States Penitentiary at Marion, Illinois. On the inside, it is maximum security, from which there is no escape. Life at Marion Prison is life alone, and inmates are there for a very long time.
The mandatory release date is 2021.
Doing hard time in America's toughest prison. Inside Edition. On the inside, it's a whole different story.
Tonight at 11:30 on KDKA TV2.
Welcome back. Are you going on that long-awaited summer vacation shortly? I know we are. Well, don't let all of it get spoiled by things like mosquito bites or painful sunburn or even poison ivy, because here with folk remedies to soothe those summer cares, our House Party's folk remedy experts. Say hello to the Weiland sisters. Hi, Lydia. Hi, John. Why are we wearing these?
Look at We have poison ivy. Real poison ivy.
Poison ivy.
Where do you buy that stuff?
As a matter of fact, Elvin McDonald of the Brooklyn Botanic Garden was nice enough to pick it up for us. He brought the poison ivy in for us and the jewelweed, and we're going to talk about them both very briefly.
The jewelweed is poisonous too?
No, jewelweed grows alongside of poison ivy. Whenever you find poison ivy, you usually find jewelweed.
Oh, I see.
And jewelweed is the natural antidote. And when it's blossoming, it has a lot of little yellow flowers that we're all familiar with. Anyone who's gone and seen it has seen it. Unfortunately, this isn't in bloom now. But
so jewelweed and poison ivy travel together, kind of like Siegfried and Roy.
Right,
okay.
Exactly.
But it's very important to really take a look at this. It looks so innocent and so nothing. The thing to remember is that each poison ivy stem has 3 leaves. And there's a little poem that goes, 3 flee.
In other words, when you see something with 3 leaves,
I don't remember learning that in school.
But if you should touch it and you realize you've touched it, immediately, if you see the jewelweed next to it, tear a piece off and the juice of it and put it on whatever area you've touched with it.
Otherwise, go to cold running water and just your exposed areas, let the cold water run on you, and that will actually wash it away. Don't really use soap because the oil of the soap seals in the oil of the poison ivy.
Now, these are folk remedy experts. Earlier in the week, we had a doctor on who said that if you get poison ivy on, you add like one of those, you hop in one of those Aveeno baths.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yes. But we'll talk about some of the other folk remedies that,
But
you know,
then
we
again,
have
he
already...
didn't have the gloves on.
That's
so.
right, and he didn't have poison ivy.
Gold
Another
finger,
thing
the host with the golden hands.
If you already have
lyrical.
poison ivy and it's itching and you want to relieve yourself of that itch, what you do is just take regular white chalk and you mash it up like we did here, and then you add hot water and let it dissolve, and then take a washcloth and you dip it in, and you then put it on the areas, leave it on the areas. It'll
Chalk
take
water.
out chalk water.
Right.
It'll take out the itch.
Or take a piece of watermelon and cut it down a little bit, you know, and you could eat the piece it cut down, and take this piece, and if you have the rash, wherever you have the rash, rub the watermelon on it. Rub it down till you get down to the rind. And within the next 24 hours, you should have really considerable improvement in the rash. It should almost all be gone, and the itching certainly should be away.
Excellent.
Okay,
All right.
one big warning, and this is really important. If you have a patch of poison ivy on your property and you want to destroy it, do not burn it, because the oil droplets get in the air and then people inhale it, and that's very harmful.
I've heard that's deadly.
Yeah, so you just cut it down and you let the sun dry it to death.
Okay, now we can take our gloves off because we're going to be talking about other things.
We're going to be talking about mosquitoes. If you go into a mosquito-infested area.
Okay.
Well, first of all, one of the reasons we have the geraniums around is it helps prevent mosquitoes. There is something in the fragrance of a geranium that a mosquito dislikes intensely. So if you have a terrace or something and don't want to have mosquitoes around, put a lot of geraniums around, or a sweet basil plant, or any kind of mint plants.
You know, Elvin McDonald, who brought you the poison ivy, yesterday or the day before said that marigolds are a good way to keep bugs away from your garden. And geraniums have the same property.
Right, specifically with mosquitoes that we know about.
They're good in window boxes or on a terrace.
But something else, if you're going traveling and you're not going to walk with your geranium, one of the things you can do is take a regular garlic, take a piece of garlic.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to take garlic along on vacation.
It's easy, and it's good for so many things. Take a clove, peel it, and cut off a little slice here so that you have a raw end, and then just rub it on whatever area is exposed. And you'll smell like a salami. Fortunately, mosquitoes don't like salami, so you're safe.
Really, a little more pleasant is to take the parsley, and that has the same results. That'll keep mosquitoes away. Just rub parsley on the exposed areas.
Okay.
Also, if you're going into a place where there are a lot of gnats.
Nat Cohen, Nat Bernstein. No, we're talking about
seriously.
G-N-A-T-S.
Gnats. Just take baby oil and rub it on your skin, and gnats won't bother you. And even if they do land on you, they'll sort of slide right off. So really, it works, though. They won't come near you. Another thing for mosquitoes, remember when you'd wake up in the morning as a kid and you'd have mosquito bites all over, and your mother would say, "You're so sweet."
She'd say, "Go to school."
She'd say it's because she's so sweet, right?
No.
She didn't say that. Well,
sorry.
I'm sure a lot of
we
people
have a
are
different
saying
mother.
yes.
We have different mothers.
Actually, there's a lot of truth to that, because if you're sugar-free and alcohol-free, mosquito will not even land on you.
And it's amazing. Yeah, we've really seen it. When you're on a completely sugar-free diet, you will not get mosquito bites.
So no sugar, no alcohol.
Right.
So the woman from Australia who we gave the booze-infested dessert to.
Get it?
Look for a vacation mosquito bite free, okay?
Okay, swimmer's cramp.
Okay.
You know how when you go swimming you get a cramp in your leg?
Yep.
One thing you can do is when you're in the water and your leg has cramp, take your toes and force them to your knee, toward your knee, and it'll uncramp your leg.
Or you can pinch your philtrum. Can we pinch your philtrum?
Oh, I don't know.
Right here, this area right here.
This
is
little
your
thing right here?
philtrum.
This
And
little nose drain?
Right here, that little drain pipe. A little area, just if you pinch over here when you have a leg cramp.
Excellent.
It uncramps your leg.
Oh, I didn't know that. Lydia and Joan Weiland, thank you very much for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Lydia? And I never knew that stuff. And I'm going to keep the gloves, and we'll be right back with more House Party in a minute.
When's the best time for home-baked Pillsbury microwave brownies?
Anytime, because they take no time to make. Hey, nothing says lovin'. Like my microwave brownies.
Kraft presents side dishes with a difference.
Look what Kraft is cooking. Dishes rich and cheesy. Mama pass them over. Second help is easy.
Sauces blended with real Kraft cheese make pasta dishes and rice dishes with a delicious difference.
We know what makes you hungry. We got what it takes. Oh, what a difference. Kraft cheese makes.
Kraft pasta and cheese and rice and cheese made with real Kraft cheese. Oh, what a difference.
My pain is at the bottom of my elbow. It's throbbing. The more you twist, the more the pain hurts. When I get a pain like that, I will take aspirin.
Today, Richard Mazzancini is trying extra-strength Tylenol gel caps. For pain like his, why take aspirin or ibuprofen when nothing works better than Tylenol gel caps?
The pain is gone. It's great. It doesn't hurt. It feels fluid. I'm convinced I'm going to be a gel cap user.
Tylenol gel caps, only from Tylenol. For everyday pain, nothing works better. And for your allergies, now try Tylenol Allergy Sinus.
This is just a small reminder that Stay Free is the only pad with Arm & Hammer baking soda. Of course, we all know that baking soda is the most natural way to absorb odor, right? Right. So, think Arm, think Hammer, then think Stay Free for protection like nothing else.
Everybody knows the pain reliever doctors recommend most for headaches is Tylenol, but they also recommend Tylenol most for lower back pain, knee injury pain, contusion pain, and on and on. Tylenol, recommended the most by the people who know the most.
When's the best time for home-baked Pillsbury microwave brownies?
Anytime, because they take no time to make. Hey, nothing says lovin'. Like my microwave brownies.
Some guests of House Party may receive Shout Now, Wash Later with Power Stick Shout. In tests against the other stick, shout one out 2-to-1. Want tough stains out? Power Stick Shout. And for protection from the sun's harmful rays, Vaseline Intensive Care Moisturizing Sunscreens. The sun protection that moisturizes. SPFs from 2 to 25 plus.
Well, I don't know where the time is gone, but we're out of time for today. Did you folks have a nice time today? I'd like to thank all my guests, the amazing Kreskin, Arlene Dahl, Julia De La Croce, also Michael Morris, Joan and Lydia Weiland, Bob Perlow, and all of you out there in TV land. For all of us here at the House Party, I'm Steve Doocy. See you next time.
For free tickets, send a postcard to House Party, NBC Tickets, 30 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, 10112, or call 212-664-3009. I'm Dan Ingram.
We bought it all. Thousands of ladies' name brand summer fashions. And the values are greater than ever at Value City. Part of a $1.6 million buyout. Junior's famous name status jeans. Not $38, only $15.99. Part of a $1 million buyout. Ladies in petite VS Gitano fashions will pants. Not $16, only $5.99. And part of a $775,000 closeout. Ladies Gitano fashion bodywear. Not $10 to $12, shorts $3.99, tops $4.99. You'll find it all at all Value City department stores.
It's our year-end price smasher clearance at Roth Carpet. Every department has drastic markdowns. Don't miss our year-end price smasher clearance. Now at Roth Carpet.
Hey, Magic. I bet you can't do that again. Got anything better? Well, bet you can't do that again. Now what? Whoa, no way you can do that again.
Watch me. Mandarin orange slice. The magic is Mandarin. How'd you do that?
It's magic. It's the new $1 Million Spin, Saturdays at 7 on KDKA TV2.